And the fourth one, we will develop later. During this study, we develop the country-specific strategy. But the presentation of the policies and concept of JICA, and challenges and the way forward, including data collection. So this is a very important background. So Society 5.0, yeah, by the Japanese government. So now the cabinet of the Japanese government is leading with several ministries to promote this Society 5.0. So Society 5.0 is utilize big data and AI, and the living standard will be better. Okay? Right? Now it's Society 4.0, and it's going to Society 5.0, utilizing big data and AI.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you go back on one slide?
Yes.
Yes. There are the Society 2.0 for agricultural. What is this?
Oh, all right. So Society 1.0, hunting the gathering, is like
You mean
7,000 years ago.
to categorize the
Yeah. Society.
Okay, I see.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Category is the same as Thailand 4.0.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Please. I'm sorry.
All right. So in food and agriculture sector, Japanese policies for Society 5.0 is smart food chain. Maybe it's better to
Big five.
Oh yeah, better, right? Okay, so smart food chain. So here, right. So here is a kind of process of the food value chain, yeah. And so this is utilizing the digital technologies or advanced technology, and so start from smart breeding, smart production, smart processing and distribution, and smart selling and export. And utilizing the database platform called the WAGRI, and make the chain, create the chain through this platform, utilization of the data. And each process of the value chain, there is several tasks. For example, in the production part, task is productivity improvement and labor shortage. This is very serious in Japan. Yeah? Now, average age of the farmer producer is 67 years old, average. And now, and the number of the producer is dramatically decreasing. So this is the current situation of the Japan. So there is several technology like smart greenhouse, self-driving agri-robots, and several others to solve the problem of this labor shortage. Yeah? So these are tasks and some of the measures by utilizing the digital or advanced technologies. Okay? So this is Japanese policy. Yep. And the JICA actually already developed in this kind of activity in 19 countries, more than 40 projects. But all the project is just introducing some specific technologies, not chain, right? But this year, the one technical cooperation project has already approved with Brazil, and so the project of the smart food chain co-creation will be started in Brazil even this year. So last week I was in Brazil, and we had surveys studies there. So smart food chain is now zero battery will be started. Okay? And many projects, 40 projects, many projects, but the project is like just introducing some like drones, just introducing like utilize of the satellite image or very specific or very small project. And now we are thinking we need some kind of strategy and policy for utilizing digital technologies for agriculture. That's why we started this study for smart food chain study. Right? Smart breeding, we had a project in Vietnam and Myanmar for rice genome breeding project, and project in Brazil is smart livestock production. Sure. So like a cloud-based herd management system and a cloud and AI-based herd detection system will be introduced in Brazil. Yeah. Right, and smart agriculture part, we have the utilization of the satellite images, sensors, web application, web and smartphone applications, and smart agriculture machineries. Since we have the agreement between JAXA. JAXA is kind of NASA USA, JAXA Japan, right? JAXA. So there is several different satellites they have. So and we can, JICA can utilize their satellite image free. Yeah? So we don't need to pay for them to utilize the image. So there is a cloud ISO base station, water cycling for Shizuku, Ibuki for greenhouse gases, and this Earth-Care is, I think this is a NASA one. No, this is what NASA one, precipitation, rains, right? And this year, new satellite called Eros 4 will be launched even this year. So with unprecedented coverage and the final resolution of this sun radar image, right? Okay. Then now Eros 2 is in the space. Eros 2 is working, and Eros 4 will be launched with better images, right? So, and it can utilize for forest management, IUU fishing countermeasure, infrastructure monitoring, and agriculture. And this platform has already launched. So JAXA and JICA work together with partner countries and international organization and the private sector to utilize that radar image for contribute the development. Yeah. So, right, sensor. This is one good example of the project in Colombia. So this equipment, sensor equipment, or IoT equipment, eKakashi, can collect the several data from the soil, air, and water, right? And the farmers can easily find when they need the irrigation, how much fertilizer they need, how much agrochemicals they need. Yeah. So this is for the kind of sustainable agriculture development too, and this project is now with Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, and they finance, and this eKakashi is spreading out in whole of the Colombia. Right? So this is one good example. In Myanmar, we have the web and smartphone apps they are using. This water management application was developed by Fujitsu, and there are now like pilot project is going on. And this CABI is, I think you know, so it's for pest management application by international organization, international NGO. And so the Japanese expert team teach the producers to utilize this kind of application. But in the field, we use like very like a conventional low tech. So they are the best mix on smart agriculture and conventional technology of methodologies. And agricultural machinery, as you know, maybe you know the Kubota and Yanmar, you know, because they are based in Thailand. And one more company called Iseki. So these three are very strong for agricultural machinery, especially for rice. Yeah. And this is just a thing that we visited the Iseki factory, and they showed or showroom. They showed like self-driving tractors, and there is a self-driving combine harvesters and self-driving planter as well. Okay, and smart distribution. Maybe I've already made a presentation for last time. So yeah, like this is a conventional distribution in Philippines. Good size of the lettuce, but in the market there is a very handy small due to this kind of process. Yeah. And this is just a raw technology, but plastic container will solve the problem. Yeah. And like small type of the cold chain items, and make it better. And this is the system. So farm management system and sales management system has already introduced in Philippines. This is a project with eSupport Link. This is a Japanese company who developed this kind of farm management system and sales management system. I think Eon Group is in Thailand, right? Eon Group.
Yes.
So, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So eSupport Link group has already worked with all the Eon chain in Japan. This is 3,500 markets by Eon is now utilizing eSupport Link system. So yeah, and they are really keen for developing the system with partner countries. Yeah. So this is our system, this innovative system. FinTech, we have the project in Indonesia and Mozambique and some other African countries as well. Okay, so data platform. So Wagri is very innovative tool platform managed by public, academic, and private sector. Yeah, this is one very important tool for Japan. And there is several others tools or systems which can ensure the chain, create chain kind of. For example, one system called Food Trust by IBM. Yes, the Food Trust is a kind of system for ensuring the traceability system. Yep. And now Walmart, Carrefour, so many wholesalers are now utilizing that system. And they say like to detect or inspect the problem in the food chain, it took like 6.8 days to find the problem. Where was the problem in the whole food value chain? For example, there is some strawberry which is contaminated by agrochemicals. Yeah? But to find it, normally utilize 6.8 days. But by introducing this blockchain system, they can find it 2.2 seconds.
2.2 seconds.
Second. So 6.8 day to 2.2 seconds. And since they are utilizing the blockchain, so nobody can nobody can change. Nobody can change. So this is a very innovative system and very new. So trial project was started 2016, and 2018 they are commercially started that project, very new. And yeah, so I think this kind of traceability system can help the creation of the food chain, right? So this is one. And other relevant that the platform by private sector is going on, like gateway is function can be, we need to study more, but function is very, can be similar to WAGRI, but it's a free system, open system. So yeah, this gateway can be the one of the two. So yeah, later we can discuss about it.
I'm sorry, you mentioned that it is by private sector.
Yeah. So this, yeah, WAGRI is a public academic private,
Yeah.
but this blockchain system is, I only know the private sector. And gateway,
Japanese
private,
private sector?
not only Japanese,
No.
not
Okay.
only.
I see.
Like IBM system is so US,
Yes,
and
Yeah.
LTT that by Japan, and several others international. All right. Challenges cost efficiency because the digital technology is still very expensive, and IT infrastructure is always needed, and standard and regulation can be think when starts the activities in each country, and creating smart food chain is very difficult. And so this study, data collection survey on smart food chain. This name is data collection survey, but actually this is very important or big studies which formulate JICA's policy of smart food chain co-creation in developing country under digital transformation strategy. So like this only 4 month study. Yeah, only 4 months, December 2019 to March 2020. But we formulate the JICA's policy and strategy, right? So, and what is the smart food chain? This is sometimes we discuss about it. And so, simply, food and agriculture industry multiply digital transformation, DX, digital transformation. So creating agri-techs in each process of the value chain for sustainable agriculture development. And make some kind of platform, database platform, and make the link with these all the processes. So somehow this is like definition of smart food chain by JICA. And besides the policy and strategy, we are expected to formulate the project if the partner country want to formulate a project, to implement a project. So this study, we will think about it. And formulate 2 training courses in Japan. Yeah, later I will explain about it and introduce agri-techs to technical cooperation, ODA loans and grants and private sector partnership survey and investment finance. So we have the technical cooperation schemes and the financial cooperation schemes. In Thailand, there are some, I think, the private investment finance は結構やってるんでしたっけ？これから増やしていく。
まだないです。
あ、そうですか。
あんまりないです。
でも ASEAN に3倍ぐらいに、じゃあ10倍ぐらいにするんですよ。
12億円台湾に落ちますね。
So there is a there is a several menus by for the Thailand and JICA's collaboration. And this study, we started the study from Brazil and with Colombia. This is a block of South America, which is large scale and small scale mix, but large-scale agriculture, farming. And Thailand, Indonesia, and India for Asian countries, and Cote d'Ivoire and Kenya for Africa. So these are 3 regions and 7 countries. And all the countries have the interest in utilizing digital transformation technology. So we decided to visit these 7 countries.
I have a question.
Yes.
For the loan or grant, that's one for the Japanese architects or country?
グラントもないです。
As for the granted for Thailand is complete in Thailand 1993. That in Thailand, our cooperation is focused on the technical cooperation, yen loan, and private sector investment.
All right. So under the technical cooperation project, what we can do is like creating ecosystem for smart food chain, and creating smart food chain data platform, and public and business matching for co-creation, like hackathon event between Thai startups, Japanese startups, join together, and they make the new technology coffee. This kind of event, you can think about it. And human resource development and infrastructure development, but not that big infrastructure, like that kind of equipment, some kind of, but not that big, but still under the technical cooperation project, we can think about the infrastructure development as well. So this is the one. And the co-creation program in Japan, so it's kind of a training program, but co-creation program in Japan. So we already decided from 2021 to 23, duration of each program is 3 to 4 weeks. And host JICA center is one is at Tsukuba, it's near Tokyo, and Obihiro is Hokkaido, it's up north, the border area, and their farming size is bigger than other regions, so Tsukuba and Obihiro. And target participants is leaders from public sector research institutes and private company. So our idea is like one of each sector, public, research, and private sector join together as the Thai delegation, go to Japan, and 6 or 7 countries, so group join together. And the contents is lecture on Japanese policies, lecture on Japanese smart food chain technologies, visit companies and farms, and seminars and forums. Probably now in Japan there is several events in terms of like smart food chain or smart agriculture, and there is like agriculture summit is every year held for like 10,000 participants. So such kind of event the participants can participate in. And hackathon event, and developing action plan with research institute and the private company of Japan. So normally action plan is made by only participants of this program. But for this, since Japanese private sector is really interested in this area, so like making a group of Thailand and 1 or 2 companies representative of Japanese, and discuss together and develop the action plan. Then it's ready to start some activity after this co-creation program. So this is the idea. All right, and the master and the PhD degree program. So we are now strengthening this master and PhD scholarship program. So now Tsukuba University, Obihiro University of Agriculture and Veterinary Medicine, Kyushu University, Ibaraki University, Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology, and Tokyo University of Agriculture. They are, they say they can accept the scholars for masters mainly. Some can PhD, yeah. So they are really welcome the scholars from the partner countries, and JICA can help the scholars. And we have the private sector investment finance. So there is a two. So debt corporate finance project finance project, and financial institutions like bank loan, and equity for equity, private equity investment, and fund investment. And here, agribusiness is top in this corporate finance sector. And there is two projects in other countries. So one is in Brazil for soybean project, soybean value chain project, and other one is in Vietnam. It's a coffee value chain project. So I think we can think about it under this smart food chain, smart food chain policies or strategies. Okay, this is criteria. So debt project amount is to 10 million to 150 million, and the JICA can finance maximum 70%. Yeah. And tenor is up to 20 years. Yeah. So this is a very good rate and very favorable for the favorable loan project. And for equity, maximum 25% by JICA. Yeah. Right. And amount is 10 to 50 millions. And also we have this business supporting service, and there is small and medium enterprises types and the non-small and medium enterprises types. So small and medium enterprises including startups normally here, and other like bigger companies is here. Okay. And there is several like this partnership promotion survey, business model formulation survey with the private sector, business verification survey with the private sector. Right. So this is a small amount, this is a bigger amount, and this is the biggest. It's like $1 million US dollar, and this is like 500,000 maximum. So this opportunity is open as well. Okay. So here are partners of public sector, Ministry of Agriculture, Forest and Fisheries, and National Agricultural Research Organization, and GIRCAS is a research organization as well. And academic sector, as I mentioned, several universities. And private sectors like IT company, we have the SoftBanks, NECs, IBM Japan, and others. Agriculture machinery, Kubota, Yamaha, Iseki, and agricultural infrastructure and materials, Mitsubishi Chemicals, Fujifilm, and others. Startups, Sagri, and Optim, FarmNote, eSupporting, and several others. Like that, there are so many partners for this initiative, and they are really keen for working with the partner country. So that's it for my first presentation, and if you have any questions, comments, that's very welcome.
What's that time?